Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and sorry Mr. B, but I'm checking my volumes to make sure they're right. It's become a little habit. Look what John Deaton went and did, folks. He went and laid out the numbers in the fact jack. As I've said more than 3 years, Ripple is not going to abandon XRP. It has a fiduciary duty not to. Do the math. 2015 Series A valuation 128 million. 2016 Series B 410 million. 2020 Series C 10 billion before Jay Clayton drops the lawsuit, and then in 2022 they did a Series C buyback valuation at 15 billion. Last year Ripple bought back its Series C shares at a 50% higher price. Ripple clearly believed investing $300 million in itself was the best investment available at the time, but Ripple did so during the worst crypto bear market we've experienced and before the Torres ruling. That took a lot of balls. Now you can see the reasons why I've said Brad Garlinghouse is arguably the MVP of crypto company CEOs. Ripple's pre-IPO shares clearly traded a valuation significantly less than the 15 billion. But now they have all these good things in their corner. Owning 48 billion to 50 billion in XRP makes it insane to abandon XRP. If XRP reaches $2, Ripple has an asset valued at $100 billion. You get the picture? John is direct, ding, ding, ding. John's directly over the target. And you're in luck. My sponsor, Link2, has tons of Ripple private equity on the, I don't know if they've got tons. They've been running out of it actually, but they did put some back up in the last couple of days. So you need to know about it. Brad Garlinghouse, now we covered this in the last video, Dubai's regulators. What they did, let's make no mistake about it. It allows licensed firms in Dubai International Financial Center to incorporate XRP into their virtual asset services. Folks, do you know what this means? Because I went and looked at the Dubai Financial Services Authority to see who these licensed firms are. In other words, who can use XRP in their business now? Well, here we go. Let's look at who can use it. Here's who can use XRP. Remember the last 5+ years, all we've heard is banks will never use XRP. Well, here's a list of the licensed firms, the authorized firms that through this will now be able to use XRP in Dubai. Standard Chartered Bank, Credit Suisse AG, Barclays Bank, NASDAQ Dubai, AIG, Ernst & Young could use it. I'm looking for some big name banks here. There's a ton of them too. Citigroup, Global Markets Limited, DBS Bank, Morgan Stanley can use it. Let's see here. Dubai Mercantile Exchange. Merrill Lynch can use it. Sumitomo Mitsui Banking Corporation. I think that's one of Ripple's partners. They can use it. State Bank of India can use it. Deloitte and Touche. New York Mercantile Exchange. Who else? Goldman Sachs can use it. Franklin Templeton can use XRP. UBS, JP Morgan Chase Bank. Rothschild and Company, Middle East can use XRP. ING can use it. We're loading more banks that can use it. Societe Generale can use XRP. MUFG Bank can use XRP, just to name a few. How about that, folks? Stuart Alderati weighed in. Doing business in DIFC free zone puts you under a regulator DFSA that is providing clear guidance and rule books. No wonder entrepreneurs are flocking to Dubai. I agree, Stu. Check this out. This is Anthony Welfare. I think this is him on stage. Listen to what he says. There's you'll see Ripple's logo back here too. He works on CBDCs for Ripple.
Global perspective, right?
Yeah, no, definitely.
the way regulation's moving with cryptos and blockchain is very interesting, and it's very different to the last sort of tech boom. So if you think of Google, Facebook, and those, they were all America, and it was America first in essence, whereas this seems to be completely the opposite. So if you look at Asia and APAC, their regulations and rules, give or take, are very much ahead of everyone else. The Middle East, fairly well sort of structured, a little less structured. And then you've got Europe, where arguably Europe and the UK are basically where the best regulation and the best rules and laws come from. And that's historic. You know, we're in a historic castle, and, you know, British law and European law is known across the world as the best law. So to change rules and laws in Europe is complex because you've got this very strong foundation. But with MiCA and what the European Union and ECB and everyone has been doing is moving that forward very quickly. And I have to say, you know, the ECB and 26 countries in the EU to get to MiCA where it is actually a fantastic achievement. And it allows the companies in European Union some certainty now to do things, to innovate and try things. That's what we need as Europe to then be able to take on and be the powerhouse for sort of crypto and blockchain.
That's good.
There you go. And then look, Michael Saylor has gone to do some Bitcoin victory laps on CNBC. Let's see if he says anything crazy or half sane.
And joining us is the founder and executive chairman, Michael Saylor, along with our own Morgan Brennan. Michael, it's always good to have you. So you don't think you have enough exposure? You have, what, 158,000 Bitcoin holdings in MicroStrategy? You want more?
You can never have too much Bitcoin. We're big Bitcoin bulls. Our thesis is that Bitcoin is digital property, but without the risks and liabilities of commercial real estate. It's a digital commodity without the risks and the liabilities of gold. It's a digital tech investment without the risks and the liabilities of big tech. And so we're bullish.
You know, it's funny. People sometimes forget that you're like an enterprise software company. And I noticed that you're doing some new partnerships on AI with Microsoft. And I wonder if that kind of good news gets overshadowed, or any kind of news about your fundamental business gets overshadowed by just being a proxy for Bitcoin.
We're really excited about our partnership with Microsoft and AI. We're the first BI company to put AI into our product line, and it provides great artificial intelligence boost to our business intelligence business. We're going to use it to grow the business by acquiring new customers, and also it's accelerating cloud adoption within our customer base.
Yeah, Michael, it's Morgan, and of course that business also helps enable you to buy more Bitcoin. The fact that we have seen Bitcoin rally as strongly as it has over the past month, I mean, the SEC seems likely to approve a spot Bitcoin ETF after that key court loss. Does the introduction of an ETF help or hurt investor appetite for MicroStrategy specifically?
Well, I think it's going to help. It's going to accelerate adoption, and it's also going to accelerate institutional awareness and education efforts of Wall Street to teach the 99% of the investors that don't know about Bitcoin what it's all about. MicroStrategy is a differentiated offering. I think spot Bitcoin ETF is a great thing for investors, but we don't charge a fee. We use intelligent leverage, and we can generate a tax-deferred Bitcoin premium for our investors. So for people that are really long-term bulls on Bitcoin, we represent a pretty attractive option or alternative to a spot Bitcoin ETF.
Okay, I've had enough. No, I mean, look, and then we've got, here we have CNBC is doing their duty to make sure they help to craft the narrative that it's all about Sam Bankman-Fried.
Meantime, closing arguments in the trial of the FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried, it is wrapping up, almost done. Be in the fate of the hands of the jury when they kick off deliberations. That's going to happen later today. Kate Rooney has been covering the trial, I should say, from the beginning. She joins us now with more. So we got the final closing.
Yeah, we're going to be on verdict watch as soon as today, Andrew. We have yesterday, though, we got very different portraits, two different portraits of Sam Bankman-Fried during closing arguments yesterday. On one side, a secretive villain. On the other, a naive entrepreneur who just had good intent. The prosecution tried to simplify this criminal case, calling it greed. They called it fraud and a pyramid of deceit built by the defendant.
Folks, if you look at the organizational charts of FTX, that pyramid was not created by that guy. I'll go ahead and tell you, the guy that plays video games during an interview, didn't happen. If you come in my group, I'll tell you what I think did happen. A lot of what, this thing goes a long way, folks, long way down the rabbit hole. And it is something, DAIXRP.com, and go find out what we're talking about in there. You're in big trouble when crypto turns on you. They're showing Joe Lubin and Sam Bankman-Fried in the same thing. You have to wonder if there's a setup to come for Joe Lubin. If anybody deserves someone to come investigate them, he's earned that right. No question about it. Now, I'm going off into the group now, and I'm telling you, folks, whew, come on in. And we're also, I'm working on with Brad Combs on a potential, if he does XRP Las Vegas, a discount for members only in the group for XRP Las Vegas. And I'm going to my sponsors, like different sponsors, and I'm trying to work out deals where I'm going to, I'll make it where it costs you money not to be in the group is my goal. So that's what we're going to do, and it'll be awesome. I'll be able to do that here in the next, I'll have it where it costs you money not to be in my group, probably within the next week and a half. It'll be something that's the ultimate way to do it, right? All right, see you in a bit. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and tell your friends and family that in the group today at DAIXRP.com, we're going further down the rabbit hole. We're going to talk about a guy named Archie Chan. A lot of Chans in this FTX thing. We're going to talk about a tiny little bank in Washington. There's so much more here than CNBC wants to let you know about. They want you to believe their narrative, and it's a bunch of BS. Thanks for listening.